Speaker. I was hoping to be engaged by the members opposite, but I'm afraid they rather met my low expectations, and I'm sorry about that. A number of you made the same mistake and started talking immediately about how the current flat tax has a number of exemptions on the bottom end that would take care of working low income or truly poverty-stricken people. And that's not what I was talking about, but I think the point is that in any tax structure, the society is going to look for ways to look after those that are have very few resources. And I take that as a given. And I would expect to see that in any tax structure that was in place. So I don't find it a very compelling argument against having, for example, the over 100,000 of taxable income pay a 3% higher rate. The two things do not go together, and I don't find it a compelling reason. I think there's a larger issue here if you all want to step back to the 10,000-foot level and look at the fact that that non-renewable energy is being spent as part of our operating budget every single day in this province, and it is already problematic for us. We can't save it. We are using those resources, and they will begin to diminish in our lifetime. And we, the responsible people for this, are not taking any steps to try and save that money for the future. How do we replace the money out of the budget? You're going to have to look at increasing taxes. How difficult is that? Well, my point would be you look at a fair tax structure, which is going to be taxing those that are making significantly more money and they pay more taxes. Now, for all the arguments about, oh, well, people flock here and migrate here because of our low tax structure, you know what? They come here for jobs. They come here for jobs. When you are living somewhere else and you don't have a job and you know that you could come to this province and get a job, you come here for a job. And I appreciate the research that the member from Calgary Northwest did in choosing a place based solely on an income tax rate. Okay, that's what was important to him. But everybody else, I think, really comes here for the jobs, not for the tax rate. And the idea that somehow Alberta was built by lone gun-slinging mavericks is completely wrong. We were built and able to achieve the success that we did in this province through a cooperative movement, through large families, through neighbours helping neighbours, through communities that built together, came together and pooled resources so that everyone was able to take advantage of that. And that, indeed, is the same reason why we pool taxes, so that we can offer services to those that need them. Not everybody necessarily needs it. They don't need it every day. Maybe they never need it in their life. Nonetheless, the government is expected to provide those services, even things like disaster relief. I'm sure there were some very wealthy people in Medicine Hat that got flooded, and they would expect to be able to come to the government and get some relief as a result of what they had suffered. So I will continue to advocate for a fair tax system. I will continue to advocate that we move the money from the non-renewable resource revenue into a savings plan. I think that is prudent, and I also think it's responsible for the generations that come after me. And you know what? I don't have kids. I don't have to worry about them. I worry about your kids and your children's children, and even beyond that, because there is a collective, I feel, a collective responsibility to the health and the long-term success of everything in this province. And sticking to a regressive tax system in which the middle-income people pay significantly higher portion of their resources, it does not seem like a fair structure to me. So I'd hope for a bit more, some more interesting ideas to come out of the discussion today, but what I mostly heard was a reiteration of government rhetoric, so that was a bit disappointing. But nonetheless, I'm glad I was able to get it out there for discussion. I still would like to see a larger discussion take place amongst all Albertans along the lines of a citizens' citizens' assembly in which you bring together representatives and let them talk about it. Thank you very much.
Would honourable members supportive of motion 501 please say aye? Aye. Would those opposed please say no? No. The motion fails to carry.